Hello Leo, Elsie here to do your reading, not for the week ahead, it is for actually the rest of the year. So I thought I would come here and drop a reading for you, Leo, for the rest of the year. So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, this is for you, Leo. Thank you for clicking here, by the way. And if you are somebody who always clicks here and you're in the comments, thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate you very, very much. Okay, let's take a look here. We've got Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is Leo. Gosh, your cards always fly all over the place, Leo. Slow down. Okay. If you're here cross-watching, thank you so much for doing that. And thank you all the ways you love this channel. So if you are here usually clicking and watching, viewing, thank you for doing that. But please hit the subscribe button. We would love to have you as part of this high vibrant tribe. I appreciate you for doing that. Thank you. Most of you that come by here, at least that for these readings, aren't subscribed. So if you would do that, that'd be awesome. Help this place grow. Thank you. All right. All right, here we go. We're starting with loss. We've got some loss coming up in the next couple of months. What else do we have for Leo? Yeah, but it's going to be something that's you're losing, but something that is going to begin again. Like it feels like the end and something beginning. New supportive connections. I feel like you're letting something go. And although you're up to your knees in emotions here, I feel like you're just going to let it go. This guy is not swimming out there to get the ship, right? They realize the loss and they're just going to let it go. I feel like you come to terms with something over the next couple of months. I feel like there are some new supportive connections coming in for you here, and it's like people who are like-minded, people that you trust. They're very in close proximity, these two. It could be someone who really cares for you, or someone who sort of sees things the way you do, or is really great with collaboration. And I feel like you have some sort of new supportive connections. It's plural. Oh, look at this. Somebody has tapped into the higher self. There's fear in the status quo. There sure is. There is. But this is the place you start, right? With great gratitude. Nothing can start without gratitude. If you don't accept the spot that you're in, I feel like this is what this is. You're accepting yourself for who you are, for how you live, for whatever it is that you do. The higher self is here and telling you that there is a fear in the status quo. If you never change, if you're not willing to change or open your mind or take a different path, there is fear in the status quo. And I think the higher self has been saying that. And the fear is being stuck, I think, is being stuck. I think that everything, all things begin with gratitude, great gratitude for the abundance that you have. And understand, if you're someone who has a warm place to sleep on a rainy night or a cold winter's night, you already won, for sure. Because there's a lot of people who don't have the most basics, the most basic of things. So I want to say that whatever you're losing, but truthfully, honestly, I think that whatever your loss is, you're letting it go. I think that you've been seeing that it's been tying you down, or that you've been worrying about it getting away. It's almost like this person might wake up in the middle of the night just to make sure that the boat is tied, because they're kind of scared they're going to lose it. But I feel like once it's like the anticipation of losing something is the worst part. Once it's gone, then you can start the healing. And so I feel like this loss is an emotional loss. But I feel like you have some people that are here that can support you. All right. Let's take a look at some tarot. There we go. Okay. Let's look at some tarot for you. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Leo for the next 2 months until the 31st of December, 2023 for Leo, please. Tell me about Leo. Tell me about Leo, please, for the next 2 months. We have the Justice card. We have the King of Wands. There you are, taking action. Yeah, you know what? I think that this thing that leaves you, that you may look at as a loss at the beginning, actually ends up being karmic balance for you. I feel like it's whatever it was, it left your life in a state of turbulence. Like you never knew what was going to happen from one moment to the next. We've got the Queen of Cups here, who has their back to the King of Wands. We have the Seven of Swords. We have the Page of Swords. And the Nine of Wands. Ooh, there's a tower in the distance, my friend. Wow. A Hierophant, huh? It's like a commitment you didn't know you wanted. It's a realization of the Hierophant. Either it's a realization that someone here is a spiritual teacher, or quite psychic, someone who's on their own spiritual path, someone who's quite traditional about their spiritual path, someone who has higher knowledge. And the Moon is here. I want to say that the realization is possibly that you do have a higher self. Yeah, because we did see that on the bottom of the deck, I think, right? Yeah, I think it's your discovery that you have the higher self. But now what do I do with it, Elsie? I think you're headed for some sort of a partnership. I want to say that the Moon is saying that things aren't exactly as they appear, right? They sort of, they cast fear a little bit, doubt, can't really see clearly. It almost feels like an awakening here. Somebody's having some sort of a spiritual awakening or a realization of the spiritual teacher or the Hierophant. It feels like you're accessing information within self that you never accessed before, and it comes in a really strange way. I think what triggers it is this loss. And then when you realize finally that whatever it is that left is something that you didn't need anyway. Okay, let's clarify a little bit. I think you always had a fear of letting go of this, whatever it is, because it was emotionally attached to you. And I think it took you a really long time to realize that the reason that this person or job or whatever left your life is because it was supposed to. It was done teaching you the lessons you needed to know. Not everybody is meant to stay in your life forever. And if you play traffic cop, Leo, if you're the one standing in the doorway and stopping people from leaving your life, that's when things start crashing against the waves. Because you start to create a tumultuous sort of, I want to say a person who is maybe a little aggressive, or someone who is commanding that people do things. You better stay in my life. You can't leave. It's like you're holding on to something. It's like you realize here, by the end of the year, you realize that the things that are gone for a reason, and that not everything that goes is a loss. Some of it does give you balance. Tell me about loss, please, for Leo, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Leo, thank you for clicking here. I appreciate you. If you want to see this Leo tribe grow, please hit that thumbs up for me. Thank you so much. And be in the comments. Really does matter if we are talking to each other just a little bit, an emoticon. You don't have to tell me a story at all. I just want to know that you're there. Just connect with my energy in some way. All right, here we go. Loss. What is the loss? Well, it's a loss of disappointment, which is never a bad loss, I'm just saying. But it is a disappointing loss nonetheless. And it might have been something that broke your heart, or possibly disappointment. It feels like you think that you let the Nine of Cups go, that you watched it walk off into the distance. The happiness, the Nine of Cups, the celebration, the Three of Swords. It feels like it's disappointing at the loss because I thought this was my happiness. There is an ending here. So it feels like there could be a person, a job, something has ended. There is... it is disappointing that this thing ended, but I think that when it comes down to it, I feel like justice is what you get from it. Why is justice here? It might be a divorce or something legal. It might be the sale of a business. Tell me what justice is, please. There we go. We got the Sun. There is some sort of realization. It's a breakthrough for you. Okay, so in the transformation, Leo, I feel like in the next couple of months, there is going to be a loss. You're going to see it as a loss at first, and it's going to sting. It's going to hurt. but I feel as though it came to the end for a reason. And it was so you could have a breakthrough, so you could feel what it's like to get some karmic justice. Because I feel like although this person is gone from your life, I think it leaves you with a whole lot less stress. You've got the Seven of Pentacles, because I think you've been waiting and waiting and waiting. Like I said, it was the anticipation, right? The anticipation sometimes is the thing that can make us go right off the edge. We just want the thing to be here and be done and be over already. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. And so the Nine of Pentacles is about confidence. I feel as though this probably has to do with some sort of a divorce, something that's very final, something that ended in a very final way. And although it made you sad, I feel like there is a breakthrough. And the breakthrough is, I'm finally rid of that. Now I can be single, and now I can move forward. All right. Tell me about these new supportive connections for Leo, please. For the rest of the month, till the end of December 31st, 2023. Tell me about these new supportive connections. We have justice. I like it. It's karmic justice. I feel like you're going to start meeting new people or a new group of friends. People who are supportive of your lifestyle, whatever it is that you do, and your decisions, supportive of your decision making. I feel like because you have realized, or now you've got a taste of what it feels like to have some balance and no longer have the chaos that left your life, I feel like now it's time for you to get balanced. And I feel like, and as you do, it feels like you are, oh, look at that. Yeah. It feels like that something is ending so something else can begin. You're making a really big decision as it pertains to justice. It feels like the justice is something that you received once you decided to finally let this go and stop chasing it out the door. And I feel like you're making these new supportive connections are not like anybody you've ever met before. Now, I want to say, just as a contrast, maybe you always hang out with circus clowns and maybe these people are tap dancers. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like they're very different groups of people. And maybe the person or people that you were in loss of, that you feel very emotionally attached to, they could have been people who were not good for your life, who were dragging you down and making you feel worried about losing them. And it feels like somebody is always on the verge of cutting you out until finally they left and you realized it wasn't the worst thing ever. I think that because an ending happens, a beginning happens. And these are both endings, right? This is learning the karmic lesson. And once you learn the karmic lesson, I feel like you call in these supportive connections. You're making a really big decision to change your vibration or change who you hang out with. Why do we have the Seven of Swords here, please? Seven of Swords is here because of the Six of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Five of Cups. What you don't see is that these new supportive connections, these people are going to be very supportive in that they're going to pour into you the way you pour into them, because you're quite generous, Leo, right? You're quite generous with most everyone. And so I think that these people, and I think there's multiple people, connections, and we have Six Pentacles, they're going to pour into you like you pour into them. And at first I feel it's going to be very overwhelming for you, because I feel like it's been a long while since you really have had support. Because I think you've spent all of your energy, you know, kind of tethering the boat so it wouldn't run off. I feel like that's where all your energy was. And then finally, once that energy was removed from your life, then you can end something so you can carry on. You're always going to have a little bit of sadness in your heart that it didn't work out. But I feel ultimately that this person was probably lying to you. The one who walked off or went off in the ship. Ultimately, I feel like you feel bad about the relationship. Like, I think you feel that you're the cause of the loss, but I don't think you are. I think that rejection is protection, and someone was moving out of your way because they were supposed to. That's what it feels like. The energies that you were allowing to leave the door without holding on to their arms, it made room for new energies. All right. Who's this Queen of Cups? Tell me about the Queen of Cups, please. Cups is someone that you're incredibly attracted to, but it's become very burdensome. I feel like you want to reach out to this person. It feels like that you've created burdens with the Queen of Cups. Why is that? Why has there been burdens created with the Queen of Cups? I think it's because you're not giving them any stability. You're showing up here as the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands, so it feels like there's really no stability to be had here. And your person is very stable. They are someone who is waiting for the victory, willing to wait for you, waiting for the moment of alchemy. I feel like it has to do with you, but I feel like you are watching this person and you're not moving forward. Why is that? Why are you watching? You're watching because you don't know what to say. You're watching because it's quiet between you and things aren't moving. It's very quiet. Six of Swords in the reverse. You're very stuck. You're stuck for words. You don't know what to say. And you don't want to lie. 6 and 1 is 7. And we have the 10 of Cups, but you think this person is all of it. So you don't know what to say. You're feeling stuck with your words. And that's why you're watching. I think that as you watch this person, you realize that they are the 10 of Cups. Somebody here could also be stuck in a relationship they don't want to be in. But you're not saying anything about it. What's next for the King of Wands, please? Fool. It's the 9 of Swords and the 8 of Pentacles. I feel like you want to move forward and work on something with someone here. It could be this Queen of Cups, because it feels like this Queen of Cups could be someone who is, you know, a mother. Could be your mother, but it could be a mother. This person could also be a father, feminine or masculine energy. And it feels like this is someone that you want to send a message to. But I feel like the burden is that you can't give them stability, or you feel like you can't give them stability. Because this person gives you stability. King of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Temperance tells me that 100% of the time, this King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, is always going to have the victory by keeping everything in balance. So this person is very balanced, and you're the King of Wands. So you're the King of Wands who doesn't want to settle down. And I feel like this Queen is someone who wants to settle down. And I think that being away from the Queen is a little bit burdensome. But I also feel like you know that if you invest, it's only going to be the Page of Pentacles. It's not going to be anything big. It feels like you can't really invest anything more than that. But I feel like this Queen is waiting for you. I think that that person wants you to crash into their life. This person wants, it's a realization of commitment, I think, but you're not sure. I think that you already know this person. I think that they are your friend, but also your soulmate. The 4 of Cups is here. You are growing sad or tired of not hearing from them. You have something to say, and I think you want to say it quickly. Tell me about that. Energies in the Tower, please. After a really long time of being quiet or not saying anything, not really knowing where this is going to go, I think you're going to reach out. The Page of Wands is here. So I think you are going to reach out to the Queen of Cups, who is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. And we're looking at the Hierophant. So either you're getting information from the higher self or you're thinking about a commitment. All in all, I think the 9 of Wands is here because it all terrifies you, to be honest. I think that with the Page of Wands and the 9 of Wands, it feels like these burdens can be dropped here. And I really do feel like you making communication with somebody here in the future who is different from this person that you left or lost. I feel like this person is someone who could be Sagittarius. They could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got Cancer energy here. We've got Aries energy. Sagittarius, Leo, Libra, Scorpio, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, and Leo, Virgo, Pisces. Scorpio is here as well. I feel like there is, I feel like you're going to have to open up. The 4 of Pentacles is in the reverse, and that to me is vulnerability. Until you decide that you can be vulnerable and that you're going to work on this and not worry about it anymore, because that's what this is, right? This is worrying about this new beginning. And can I work on it? Have I worked enough on myself to be able to move forward? All right. I'm going to leave this here. Thank you, Leo, for watching. I appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, and I will talk to you soon because, well, I'm always back. Love you guys. I'm out. Bye-bye.